Something to explain about the rice. What you want to do is do equal parts water to equal parts rice. I use a rice cooker, but you can do it on the stove as well. As a general principle, you just want to leave it on the put it all in there, leave it on there for 25 minutes on low to medium, and it should be good after that. And then what I do is I put it in a bowl, put this in the freezer for just about 10-15 minutes, just to knock the knock the steam off of it, and to prevent the cooking from continuing. So that's how you start your rice off. Okay, my proteins here. I'm making a house special fried rice. You see this in a lot of different Asian hibachi restaurants. Here I have some sirloin steak, some chicken, and this is some shrimp that you can get fresh shrimp. That's great, but I've got the frozen cooked shrimp that you usually put in salads. It's just as good for our purposes here. And then over here for our vegetables, I've got some cut up cabbage, some cut up zucchini, carrots, mushrooms. There's our eggs, and I'll be adding some onions here in a little bit too. This is my wok. I'm going to want to heat that up, put that on about 8 or 9, and get that nice and hot. Right now I'm frying up the egg in the wok, and what we're going to do is we're going to set that aside here. So we don't want to make scrambled eggs, but you know, we just want to bust those yellows up a little bit and get that going. Okay, good and golden brown. Next, I'm going to put in the hardest vegetable, which is our carrots here. And let that sizzle up nice. And we want to season these, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper each time. And I'm actually going to add some butter. Next, we're going to add our cabbage. And again, after every layer of vegetables that you add, you want to season. So put in some salt, pepper, some garlic powder, we're going to add the onions and the zucchini as well. Add a little bit more oil. A little bit of butter. And again, season it. Salt and pepper. A little bit of garlic powder. going to add just a little bit of soy sauce to this now. And then add some mushrooms. Says me as a name. So I've got my vegetables over here to the side now, and I've got my rice cooking. Dropped a little bit of butter in there. You want to stir that up a little bit. Let it cook for about 5 minutes, and then what we're going to do is add a little bit of soy sauce to that as well. Another thing you want to do is I put my oil in a little squeeze bottle like this, and you're going to want to make sure there's enough oil on this to where it doesn't burn. I'm also going to season this, some salt, some pepper, alright, and the reason that I waited about 5 or 10 minutes to add the soy sauce is because I wanted to make sure that the rice got a slightly brown texture to it, or color to it. So this lets me know that I'm actually frying the rice, okay? You add the soy sauce a little bit earlier, and sometimes it's hard to tell when it's actually fried. So I'm going to actually start adding some soy sauce here. There we go. Stir that up nicely. Get that mixed up. Alright, now that my rice has a nice golden color to it, I'm going to add the vegetables back into it. Like so. And also add the egg. Like that. What you want to do is give that a good stir. Fold, rather. Just fold it all in. And as you can see, the fried rice part of it is actually done. Got all that good stuff in there. We're going to now take care of the protein and the meat over here, and we'll add that next. Way you'll want to go ahead and turn the heat off on that as well. For the protein, what I'm doing is using an electric skillet to get a nice even cook to this. The stove's kind of used up right now, so I'm doing my chicken first. And we're just going to let that cook up in some butter. Salt and pepper and garlic powder. As you can see, our chicken's starting to look really good. It's all seasoned up. I'm going to give it just a couple more minutes there. Actually, what I'm going to do right now is just add my shrimp in. And get all that stuff going good. Now added my chicken and shrimp to the fried rice here. We're going to stir that up. And then we're going to focus lastly on the steak over here. So I got some butter burning. Get that nice and hot. So as you can see, I've got my chicken and shrimp stirred up. I've got my steak laid out cooking. So this whole thing should be done in just a couple minutes. Alright, looks like my steak is just about done here. All I did was add a little bit of salt and pepper and a little bit of soy sauce and let it cook up in that. And there's your final product, and that's steak and chicken and shrimp fried rice with your favorite sauce.